So the locking
Welcome to
three.
another episode of Claire Hair. Today we are doing a movie review on The Long Walk. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to another episode of Claire Hair. Hi everybody. Thank you guys for being patient as I pick up the pace. I'm going to try to do at least one full week and then it'll be 2 full weeks. So thank you guys so much for your patience. We are talking about The Long Walk today. This is the original screenplay by the Mr. Horror King, Stephen King. It's actually, fun fact, it's one of his very first books that he wrote before he started doing horror. And I'm just like, there's horror in the movie. like when did you stop? But definitely show love. Don't forget to show love to my shorts channel, Claire Hair Clips, where for my short attention span people, enjoy the time. So I'm gonna do a quick summary. So first things first. So basically it's similar to like a Hunger Games. So there's like a raffle where everybody can voluntarily, not really, but voluntarily come, and basically the premise of it is that you have to walk until there's no one else walking. So basically one from each state, so there's about 50 participants, and if you walk below 3 miles, which 3 miles is actually the I think they said it's the average time for a human being to walk is 3 miles per hour, and I'm just like, that can't be right. I be doing 10 when I be having to have to get late for work, baby. I gotta get in the door, trust me. I gotta be doing 10. All right, I gotta be doing 10. But yeah, so you'll get, and then if you fall below that speed, you get 3 warnings for every 3 hours. You get 3 warnings for a 3-hour span. So you can get 2 warnings in the first hour and then get 1 in the last one. But after your 3rd warning, 3 strikes, you're out. No, literally, they de-life you. They de-life you. So we enter, we got our main characters. We have Raymond. We have Greaves. They just start building up this brotherhood with everybody else, Art, all the other kids. And then we have the unstable dude. I'm assuming he's supposed to be schizophrenic or whatever, but we have to have a villain, okay? Because I thought the villain was the person who, whatever. So anyway, so as people start, falling below the rules, they start getting eliminated left and right. They answer every question I wanted to know. Before I gave it, I was like, so how are they using the bathroom? They answer that. Ugh. So anyways, it is rated not for kids. So if you're watching my show and you're under 13, do not go. Anyway, so they walk pretty much the durations for 5 days. Of course, the main character, Ray, he starts falling asleep. So basically his purpose, they say, oh, what's your wish? So Ray's purpose is pretty much that he wants to take out the General Mark Hamill. I didn't know it was Mark Hamill. It's Mark Hamill. Did you know that? I didn't know. So they take him out. To take him out because he took out his father, because his father was teaching stuff that was against the rule, basically like reading, basic stuff. Kind of similar to Fahrenheit 451, where they deleted the books. If you haven't read that book, your school system failed you. Anyway, so with Greaves, his thing is that he has a scar on his face, which I think is pretty cool. It's funny because when I saw him, I was like, watch he be in his 30s because black don't cry. And I was correct. And also he is British. And so is the other tall black dude. They're all British. I was like, oh my God, my word. I knew it because I saw his Wikipedia say 1992. I was like, oh, I knew it, baby. I know somebody like with black don't cry. Anyway, so everybody's down. Everybody gets knocked out left and right, blah, blah. So it's down to the last 2 people, which is Ray and Greaves, and Ray is doing sleepwalking. Like, I don't know about y'all know, but the human body is so insanely mysterious, but yet accessible. So basically, if you don't sleep, the body be like, I'm gonna get my sleep. I don't know what you're gonna do. So he's been sleepwalking. So Greaves literally been on his shoulder. So there's several times where Ray, like he wanted to quit, especially seeing his mom at the end of the race, where Graves is like, just walk with me a little bit longer. I was like it's kind of similar. I'm not trying to preach, but it's kind of similar like when you want to give up on life and God be like, walk with me a little bit longer. Like, I don't know. I felt a word, okay? I felt a word a little bit, but I know it's Hollywood, so I know there's some double meaning behind it. But I felt a word because there's been plenty of times anyway, so just walk with me a little bit longer. So anyway, they get towards the very, very end. And so Greaves first, he tried to sacrifice himself first. He said, hey, I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit. He says no. So Ray pretends to walk with him. So Ray sacrifices himself, and then Greaves ends up taking out the general, and it shows him just walking later on. So I'm gonna do the positives and the negatives. So I give this movie a 4.5 out of 5, and I only have, oh no, I have two negatives, and then the rest is all positive. But let's go on the negative, and then we'll end on a positive note. So the negative is none of y'all got sunburn. None of y'all got sunburn. All right, because I have friends of different racial backgrounds, and I always make sure my friends be good. I be bringing my SPF. And I bring one for them too, because I was like, hey, we about to go to the beach. I got you, fam. You feel me? Like, if I'm wearing shades, they got blue eyes, I got you, fam. All right. The melanin is already protecting. Okay, it's already protecting. But that was the only thing I didn't, because you try to tell me you walked for 5 days, not one sunburn. Anyway, so I was like, that was the part where I kind of like, I was watching the movie, I was just like, you walked for 5 days, not one sunburn. Okay. Anyways, so I have on here too, some of the choices in the shoes. You trying to tell me you're walking for 5 days and you're wearing Chuck Taylors, Converse. You think Converse is the appropriate footwear? Wear. That is one of the worst shoes you could ever choose to walk anywhere. Like, I have a pair of Chucks, and I literally wear them. They're so clean because I don't wear them. There's horrible shoes. Like, they're here to look cute. They're here to like bring like a playful addition to the outfit. I get the fashion behind having a Chuck, but if I'm walking for 5 days, I'm wearing the orthopedic, the most ugliest. Oh, Skechers. Anyways, that was only negatives, but positive was the brotherhood. Like, when Gravies was talking about, you just gotta focus on the moments. Don't think about, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like, Gravies was like pretty much like, and I like the fact that it didn't feel like it was going to be like Gravies was going to be his melanin helper. I feel like they were equally, and like I said, like, to me, I feel like the actor who played Gravies, scene stealer. Like, I don't know if anybody told him, but he's it. Like, the way he like commands, like, he just like commands the screen. He's a scene stealer. Like, I hope people tell him that. The bond, I was like, listen, like, I'm over here looking, I was like, listen, I don't believe in friendship ever again, because if my friendship not like that, I don't want it. Now, mind you, it's a trauma bond, but I was just like, if my friendship's not like that, I don't want it. Because the friendship bond was like I had to take a beat. I was just like, I was doing this. When I go like this means I'm trying not to cry. Like, I felt it, like the brotherhood from the screen. It felt really like these boys like truly built a brotherhood. The Musketeers, the four of them. I like the fact that they had sleepwalking on there. The fact that they were sleepwalking, because like, your body does not care. I know me, I'm more of like, maybe it's like an adrenaline thing. Like, my body, I can stay up. However, whenever it's time to lay down, I'm out. Like, whenever it's time to lay down, I'm out. Like, that's why, like, I don't like when I'm cleaning or I'm doing something, I don't like to take I don't like to take a rest for a while, because I know once I rest, it is done. All right. Apparently, I've been like this since birth. My mom was like, as long as I fed you, you went to sleep. You slept through the night from day one. I was like, I love my sleep, period. It was something fresh. Like, I'll go into my overall thing later, but like, it was just something fresh. I also like the fact that, they did show the questions that we had. Cause I was like, how do I use in the bathroom? Cause 5 days, like, what are you doing? Definitely using the bathroom, showing how crazy, like, I feel like there was almost a poetic torture to the fact that you had to stay at 3 miles per hour, because anybody regularly walks 3 miles per hour, but the fact that this is walk or D-Life, like, it was really that. I like the fact that it was like 50, like, one person from each state. It also showed the fact that, like, your body does not care what you got going on. It's gonna do what it needs to do. Like, the one dude who I said, like, I know a model when I see one. The one who's like one of the illegitimate love child from the general, Mark Hamill. He was like saying how, like, oh, I've been sick in 10 years at all, and now my body's giving up. I was like, yep, it'll do that. It'll do that. I remember myself when, like, I got violently sick right in the middle of an interview before. funny. All right, so we're gonna go to overall. So overall, Stephen King, like, it was really cool to see that, because I've seen a couple of his other movies, the ones that I can stomach, because he's too scary. Like, R.L. Stein was like the halfway point of like, oh, okay, like I kind of want to get like a little bit of a thrill, kind of a little bit of a scare, but like, viewer beware, you in for a scare. Bars. R.L. Stein ate that. He devoured. Stephen King, you're doing too much. Like, if y'all seen any of his movies, like, oh, anyways, but yeah, it was nice to know that was from him, because I was like, is this a misspelling? Are you sure this wasn't from Stephen King? Like, I don't know who it was supposed to be from. I was like, I didn't expect this from Stephen King. It was very much brotherhood, very much that. New faces. Now, mind you, there is a Nepo baby, the main one of the main characters, Raymond. He's something Hoffman. He's a Lee Moore Hoffman. You know his name. Anyways, he's a Nepo baby. He's his son, which I'm just like, okay, I could kind of see that. He kind of look like his daddy. I have on here too, $20 million budget. I feel like we need to normalize. I think why we had so many original movies in the 90s, in the 2000s, was the fact that we didn't have a lot of funds to go around, and I feel like there was almost like this level of, I wouldn't say humility, because it's Hollywood, but like there was almost like a level of humility there, where they weren't going to drop. You have $10 million, make it work, or we're shutting the studio down, you know? So like, I saw the budget, I think it was between 20 to 30 million, which, I mean, me personally, like, I don't see where the money went, but then I thought about promotion, like it's everywhere. Like I've been seeing this get promoted left and right. I'm surprised I didn't have the long walk challenge, you know, how long can you walk, or blah, blah. Like, I'm surprised they didn't have that. But it was really cool that to see that the budget was only 20 million. I don't know if like 10 million was paying Mark Hamill, you know, because I was like, was it 20 million to Mark Hamill? But definitely, like, I love the fact that we saw new faces. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I've been around for a little bit, and we keep seeing the same thing recycle. Like, Zendaya can't play everything. Who's another person they love doing? Sydney Sweeney. Like, she's newer, but at one point I was just like, if I see Christopher Pratt in one more movie, all right, he's not the only actor. Okay, he's not the only actor. He was in every movie at one point. I was like, wait, he's in this one? Wait, he's in that one? You know, so it's just like, just getting a new face, like, especially for the next generation. I feel like there's almost a level, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but there's almost a level of gatekeeping that a lot of these actors and actresses do. And then on top of that too, as well, is like a lot of the production agencies also do a level of gatekeeping. Cause I'm just like, why can't you give this person a chance? I was like, oh, you're being told not to, you know, so we'll leave that there. But I just really love the fact that we saw some new faces. Like, I'm looking forward to see whatever new projects some of the actors are gonna do. So definitely really cool to see that. I have on here, there might be something I might be reaching on, but I have noticed a particular trend. There have been more and more British actors breaking into the American scene, and like, I'm not saying that we shouldn't share, but like, something, there's a little bit of me, that's Mufasa, you know, I'm coming from, like, there's a little piece of me that's kind of weary about the vast amount of British actors that are coming in that are of the melanated hue, because to me it's giving that you want us to do two jobs. You want us to have the British accent so we can sound charming during interviews, and then you want us to be able to portray certain particular stereotype in the movies as well. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but definitely for sure, like, I have noticed that trend. Like, I was like, there's more. I mean, we love to see it. Like, I love to see like new actors get their chances too, but we have a lot of people who are in, you know, who are local, who you don't have to go overseas to audition. Okay, so I don't know, but I have noticed that particular trend, and I hope that it's half and half. Like, we want the diversity in that aspect, but I've just started to notice that, like, where are our opportunities? Okay, I've just noticed a little bit of a trend. I'm not trying to start no trouble, but that part really threw me. But definitely go check out Long Walk. It is in theaters. Don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire Hair.